Hi everyone, so I'm just going to run through some of the new steps for completing your poster assignment. So for anyone who didn't get a chance to link into the Teams classes this week, I hope this video will help you with some of the steps that might either be new to you or that maybe we haven't looked at in a little while. So I just have a test piece of text here just to show you line and paragraph spacing, because I think on page 23 of your poster document, I ask you in number 3 in your amending your poster 1, I ask you to create a double line space after some of the text in your poster. So I'm just going to use this paragraph here that I have on display just to show you how you can alter the line spacing and the paragraph spacing within a document. Okay, so if I just select all of the text, first of all, I'll just use this shortcut Control A. And so where we locate the line and paragraph spacing is here in the paragraph group on the ribbon. So just above is my button or my icon here for adjusting my line and my paragraph spacing. So if I hit on the drop down, you can see here that there are different options available. So if I just move through those, hopefully you can see as I move in the preview behind me of my document, you can see that the text, the lines between the text is becoming greater and greater as I move down those numbers. So when I'm asking you to put a double line space in, it's at 2. So 2 is your double line spacing. Now, if you wanted to have a look at your other options, you can move into the line spacing options here and click the button, and this will display for you. I'm just going to cancel that for a moment and just show you that you can also display those options if you hit the dialog launch button here, this little arrow in the right hand corner of the paragraph group. If I hit there, it brings me up that same window so that I can do some formatting on my paragraph. So I'll show you. So this section here refers to the paragraph spacing, and this section here is our line spacing. So if I say that I'm going to alter or change the paragraph, the spacing above, so before is at the beginning of my paragraphs and after is at the end or the bottom, let's say, of my paragraphs. So if I change my spacing before, if I just move up, you can see in my little preview, if you watch my little preview window here, as I increase, you can see how that alters, or that will alter my document in the preview. So if I click OK there, so hopefully it's clear enough. I'll just zoom up a bit. So, oops. So you can see there that there's very definite space between those paragraphs when I've altered it there in the paragraph group. Okay, I'm just going to decrease my zoom again. Okay, so hopefully that has given you an idea of how we can alter our line and paragraph spacing. So if I just undo all of that, and I'm going to leave my third paragraph, but I'll select the top 2 paragraphs here. And I'm going to move back into my line and paragraph spacing button on the ribbon here. I'm going to change the spacing between the lines of text in those 2 paragraphs to double spacing, but I'm also going to alter the space before my paragraphs. So I'm going to just go to my line spacing options, and I'm going to say that I will have 12 point spacing after each paragraph, and I'll have 18 before. And I'll click OK. So it's just to show you the difference between these two, so paragraph 1 and paragraph 2, I've put in a double line space and I've altered the space above and below each of those paragraphs. The third paragraph I've left as is, just so you can see the difference. It all depends on how you want your document to look, or the appearance of your document. And I suppose the best way to learn these things is just to maybe select your text and have a go. But for the purpose of the poster, I just want you to apply double line spacing to some of the lines of text that you're going to create for me within your poster. Okay, so I'm going to just insert a page break. And take me down to my second page, and we will organize the text now for our poster. So on page 22, I've asked you to select, so I'm going to go to the Home tab on the ribbon. I've asked you to use the font Century Gothic, and I've asked you to use the font size 18 for the text in your poster and to have that text center aligned. Okay, so the text you're using is okay, so that's our text. That's the text that we're going to use in our document for the poster. So this you're going to save with the file name poster1. Okay, so then on page 23, you're going to amend your poster1 and just make the changes that I've outlined on the worksheet. So we're going to change the font for the first 3 lines of text to a different font and a different size. So, okay. So we're going to change it to Berlin Sans FB Demi. And we're going to change the text or the font size to 28. Okay, so that's your first change or your first amendment to the original poster. Now we're going to create a double line space after the fish story prize. So we're going to select text and we're going to come back up here to our paragraph group. We're going to go to our line and spacing button and we're going to apply double line spacing between that text in our prize. So just to show you, that's now what our poster text looks like. Okay, the next step, we're going to change the color of the text in line 4 to green and bold. Okay. We're going to create a single line space after the word prizes. back up to my paragraph group and my line and spacing button, and I'm going to move that then to 1 for a single line space. Okay. We're going to change the words in the sentence "entry is online" to a different font and a different size. So we're selecting the text "entry is online," and in my little hover taskbar here, we're going to change this to Lucida handwriting. I mustn't have used it recently, so we'll just scroll down. And Lucida handwriting, and the font size 16 for that. Okay. And we'll also change the color of this font. So I'm going to change it to, let's go with purple. Okay, so they are the changes to be applied in the second version of your poster. So if you save that one as poster 2, and then we'll move on and we're going to make some more changes and save this as poster 3. Okay, so that's currently what our poster 2 looks like. Okay, so in poster 3, we're going to select the text "first prize," and we're going to change that to bold, and we're going to change it to orange. And we're going to do that with our second and third prize text also. So bold and orange, and third prize the same thing, bold and orange. Okay, we're going to select the text "Cara Writers Retreat Cork," and we're going to change that to italics. Okay. We're going to select the text "entry fee is €20. So entry fee €20, and we're going to change that to Berlin Sands and the color blue. Okay, so again, I want you to save these changes as your poster number 3. Okay, so our last version, we're going to create a double line space after "entry fee is €20. So we're going to select here, and we're going to apply a double line space here. Okay, we're going to insert bullets beside the lines beginning first, second, and third prize. So if I select that section of text and I come up to the ribbon and I'm going to look at my bullets, and okay, all right, so I'm going to show you a little something here. So say, for example, you want to apply bullets, but maybe you want to apply something a little bit different. And in your options here, you're not seeing anything that you like or that you're happy with. So you can create a new bullet in your own symbol and your own color. These are some of the ones that I've had a look at creating here. So I think because this is a short story prize, maybe if I can find a little book or something that might be a little bit more appropriate to the poster, that might just add a nice design element to the poster. So because I don't see one here that I'm happy with or that I want to use in my options, just as I'm scrolling through there, you can see that selects them or that changes them. You can come down here to Define New Bullet, and you can just click on Define New Bullet. So we're going to go in here to Symbol, and when you click on Symbol, the Wingdings font, which we've used in various different posters before, is quite good for symbols. And I'm just looking, maybe the book is in Wingdings too, but I know that there is a little book symbol. Okay, so the book here. So if I take the book symbol and I select that and I say okay, and then I'm going to go to, so here in my preview, you can see my little font bullet point, or my little book bullet points. I'm going to select a color. So because I've used a lot of blue in my poster so far, I'm going to choose a nice blue. I'll click OK. I'll click OK again. And hopefully now you can see my little bullet points are little book shapes.